Peace, love, family, and welcome to a special edition of the Real Street Ministry by Abdullah. Now today, this is a very special video as I'm going to explain the meaning behind the Real Street Ministry by Abdullah. Where did it come from? How was it suggested? Why did I start it? And why I've pretty much been on the road now for over a year. In 2020, I was doing shows pretty much like 2-3 times a week because I am a hip-hop MC and I do put out music on YouTube and all other music streaming services. I have multiple albums that you can go check out and enjoy for yourself. Around March 2020, the pandemic hit and all of a sudden everything just stopped literally for every artist out there, including myself. So what I began doing was I began making music at the crib, just writing new songs and working on my current album, Progress. And so I started doing more live feeds on Facebook. And as I'm doing these live videos on Facebook, the George Floyd incident happened. And as a result of the George Floyd incident, we had a riot out here where I live in Waukegan, where a lot of young people were vandalizing stores or whatnot. So during the midst of these young people vandalizing various stores and other businesses, I began to venture and walk out into the neighborhood to assess the damage and to give the people first-hand analysis with a boots on the ground strategy of how things were going in the neighborhood. And while I'm speaking that truth to power, my big homie Odyssey of 3BM, he's one of the most legendary poets on the Chicago poetry scene, and he's also one of my mentors who helped me get my start on the underground scene in Chicago. He implied that, man, bro, you speaking that real street ministry. Keep it up, bro, we need it. So that right there gave me the idea of the Real Street Ministry. And of course, Abdullah is my name, so it only made sense for me to just name it the Real Street Ministry by Abdullah. Now, a few days after I made that Facebook live feed, I went to go visit an old friend of mine. And during the midst of our conversation, the sister insisted that I need to start making videos speaking on the type of things and issues that I talk about. Because me and her, we have those type of discussions. We have those real deep conversations that can literally last for hours. So she was insisting that I start making videos and putting it out here to the public. She was like, we need more black men like you. You're needed, you're wanted. You have to speak the truth to power for the people. And so in the midst of me already just making these Facebook live feeds about the George Floyd situation and all the riots and what I thought about it, when I went out to Vegas last year for my birthday, I decided right then and there, in the midst of me working out, to just create my first video. And my first video was entitled Conversation Rules the Nation. It was basically just giving brothers advice on how to speak to women and how to present themselves to women. Just being themselves and just knowing how to effectively communicate, not only with women, but with people in general, just so that you can have proper rapport when you're speaking to people. And ever since June of 2020, for over the past 15 months, I've been going hard, just putting out videos after videos. Now, granted, I ain't monetized yet. I don't get a whole lot of views, whatnot, but the slow process is better than no progress. It's the slow grind. We gonna get there. You know, we getting some traction. You know, shout out to my homie GMB, Grown Man Business. He's recognized me. Shout out to Black Mind. He's recognized me. So, you know, I'm getting some traction out there, but we just gonna continue to progress and move forward. Because at the end of the day, the message to me is way more valuable than just getting likes, having my videos shared and comments and all that stuff. The message is what I represent. This is what I stand for. And as long as I can continue to speak truth to power, especially to our people, and just giving a different perspective on here as opposed to what everyone is used to as far as entertainment, then my purpose is served. Now, in regards to the type of videos I make, yes, I'm pro-black. I'm pro-black and proud of it. I'm always going to be a black man who represents for black people, who loves black people, who wants to see the advancement of black people globally. That is the main premise of the videos that I do. But also I touch on various different subjects. You know, as a single man, I speak on how men, especially black men, need to improve themselves in all facets of their life. I do speak on certain history. I do speak on important current events. And I also break down the dynamics between men and women. But I also make videos holding both men and women accountable for their actions and behaviors. I truly believe that it is vital for us to continue to prosper and learn and grow in this life. Until the day the Creator decides for us to make that transition, we should always be striving to become the best version of ourselves. And in the midst of this, I also watch other content creators, you know, guys such as Book of Alpharonomy, guys such as GMB, Thinking Man's Tiplar, and so forth and so on. These guys are motivational and how I not only make my videos, but also just apply true principles or moral standards and principles in my life. And this is the real meaning behind why I do these type of videos. The Real Street Ministry to me has been a life changer. I've been able to reach people in places that I never thought I would. And it's also led to more opportunities. You know, for example, me just doing the type of music that I do and me being in the leadership position in the UNIA has enabled me to now finally perform in Africa. This is one of my biggest goals. This is one of my greatest achievements. And I'm doing it by doing what I've been doing for over the past 22 years. And that is just remaining myself, staying true to who I am, and representing what we call real hip hop by speaking truth to power. And so that is the real meaning behind The Real Street Ministry by Abdullah. All of this is self-financed, self-funded, and self-made. I have no microphone. I just hit the streets. You know, I do a lot of them in the crib, and I do a lot of them in different places. But I hit these streets, and I'm out here, I'm out here by having a boots on the ground mentality, a boots on the ground approach, so that when people begin to try to question or try to criticize some of the things I say and do, hey, I got the evidence to back me up. So I'm not worried about the hate, the criticism. That's gonna come, man. Anything you do successfully in life, you gotta always expect a negative effect behind it. As long as you staying positive and righteous and continuing to do things the right way, all the negativity is gonna go overboard and it ain't gonna affect you in any type of way. So as far as The Real Street Ministry by Abdullah, I love it. I love doing it. And I'm just going to continue to grow and evolve moving forward. Because I know I'm going to have more listeners, more subscribers. More people are going to be in tune to what it is I stand for. You know, as far as I'm concerned, the type of videos I do, they are unlike any other videos on YouTube. Yes, you know, I upload it to YouTube, but my message is to our people worldwide. And the only reason why I put it on YouTube is because YouTube is the largest search engine in the world, and most of our people do utilize YouTube. So it just makes sense for me to just put my content on that huge platform. But the work that I do, it has nothing to do with YouTube. It has nothing to do with the internet. The work I do on behalf of the UNIA, I do it because I love our people. I want to see our people uplift themselves and be redeemed from this oppressive society. And so that is the whole premise behind The Real Street Ministry by Abdullah. I'm going to continue to speak truth to power, and I'm always going to be knocking out quality-based hip-hop on a conscious level. So man, you brothers and sisters, stay blessed out there, stay positive-minded, and man, you continue to grow mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, and intellectually. Peace and love. One God, one aim, one destiny. Africa for the Africans, those at home, and those abroad. Race first. This is the truth, they don't want you to heal. They want you to grow up, living your lives in fear. This is the truth, they don't want you to heal. They want you to grow up, living your lives in fear. This is the truth, they don't want you to heal. They want you to grow up, living your lives in fear. This is the truth, they don't want you to heal. They want you to grow up, living your lives in fear. Commercial radio, I permanently am excluded because I'm a Muslim and Arabic fluent. Life is my teacher as an experienced student. Refuse to bow down when the drama is brewing. They said the truth has set you free. Well, let it be, allowed me to travel that path called the destiny. To develop my conscious mind as a believer. A lifelong journey, an everlasting truth seeker. Peace, peace, peace. God bless. God bless. And one love. One love.